If you clicked on this video, chances are you are on self-improvement and you struggle with staying consistent with your habits. For quick moments, just close your eyes and visualize a future version of yourself currently smashing the habits and getting all the work that you need to do done. You're going to the gym consistently, you're meditating, you're spending less time on social media, you're actually going outside into the real world instead of being in your room all day, watching porn and jacking off 6 times a day. Alright? Your diet's clean, you're not eating the junk food anymore, you've quit video games, and you spend your free time reading and learning. You can open your eyes now. That version of you is actually reachable, okay? And it all just starts with being consistent with your habits. Now, before I get into the rest of the video, my name is Jafet. Make sure you scroll down, hit the like button, share this video around, and also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos from a somewhat small YouTuber like me who's on the come up. And also, while you're down there, click the link in the description and join my free online men's community. Now, the reason why I have created this community is because I just want to be around like-minded individuals that are similar to me, okay? You know yourself, if you're on self-improvement, the people around you are usually not on the same mindset or mind frame that you're in, okay? They don't really care about this stuff. They're more into the generous stuff. Not say that it's bad, but we're just not like them. We're different. We want to stand out from the crowd. So that's why I created this community. It's full of just a group of men that are actually like-minded, focused on improving themselves, focused on being a success, focused on becoming competent, focused on building wealth, focused on building good relationships, and focused on being better versions of themselves. If that interests you, click the link in the description and join my free online men's community. Now, people have the wrong mindset when it comes to consistency, and they're also confused with it. Consistency is not everything being perfect. Consistency is gradual improvement, okay? Let's go over to the whiteboard and I'll show you what this looks like. People think that consistency looks like this, right? They think this is consistency. You start here and you just go up, 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 up. That's not what consistency is, okay? Yeah, it might look like that. That's what it looks like in your eyes, but this is not the process of consistency. Consistency, gradual improvement. You'll improve, you'll also dip down. Then you improve, you'll dip down. You're still improving upwards, okay? There's a new high for every new low. There's a new high for every new low, okay? That's what consistency actually looks like, and that's what success looks like as well. If you want to be consistent, it's all about aiming to be successful at being consistent. So if you want to aim for that consistency, you need to look at it like success. Success is not just one line going all the way up, you know? I'll show you this again. People think the success is like this. That's not what success is, okay? That's not how it works. Success is literally no results for the first 10 years or 5 years, whatever long it is, then it shoots up. That's what success is, and that's how consistency looks like as well. Let's say stretching is one of your main habits in the morning, okay? You wake up and you stretch. You could be stretching. This is where you started. You started here. The second week, you don't see any results at all with your flexibility, your pains, and your muscles and your muscle soreness and anything. There's no growth there. There's no actual results. You might get discouraged, but you just keep pushing on. Then on the fourth week, okay, you start seeing results. The eighth week, you're already up here, and you got you got that momentum, and you're actually seeing many results. Okay, you've actually changed a lot from where you started. That's what consistency does. You started off terrible. You weren't that good enough. You weren't seeing any results, but you were still consistent. Still no results, but you're still consistent. You started here. You started seeing results here. You got a little bit of results, but not anything major. And then you shot up the curve, and now you're getting all the benefits of stretching. Okay, that's how consistency works. You might not always be consistent with your habits. You might even stop your habits for a bit and then come back to them later. Okay, that's normal. You're human. It's fine. I have been tracking my habits for over 2 years now, and I'm going to show you my results, how to do it, and why you should actually implement this into your life. This is not going to be a long video. I don't think it needs to be long either. I'm just going to get straight to the point. So do not click off the video, fix your posture, and listen up. Right, so the glasses are coming on because I am blind and I can actually not see from short distances, which is a defect of mine. So basically, I'm disabled. But we'll look past it anyways. So this is literally all this right here. These is 2 years, over 2 years of habits tracking, okay? And this is the start. This is when I started in November 2021. And this is currently me right now in February 2024. Now, when I started in November 2021, I started late, first of all, but because I got the idea on the Friday 12th. Thanks to that, that's when I took action on actually making the whole habit tracker and implementing this into my life. So I scratching all this. This is where I started, and as you can see, this right here, there's a whole lot of reds. I'm sure you get the idea already. Red is obviously I missed it that day. I didn't do the habit. Green is obviously I did the habit and it was a success. So there is a whole lot of reds here. And that's how it's going to be for you as well. If you're not consistent already, you won't be perfect off rip. Okay, you won't be amazing at it, but you can actually see which habits you're lacking in, and then using the habit tracker, you can actually correct it and be more consistent with that habit. Now, when I first started, I actually did it by points, and I pretty much just tallied up a score every single month. I set myself a point score, let's say 120, and at the end of the month, I tally up how many greens I have, and then if the greens I have actually reaches that goal or surpasses it, happy days, I did well. If it doesn't, then I have to look obviously and look at the constraint. Even if I get the greens and I pass the score, that's good, but I still need to look at like a skill, a habit could have carried those points. If you get me, one habit could have just been completely all the way through greens, but the rest of them are reds. So you need to see where you're lacking in. Same with if you fail, you see where you're lacking in, and then you can actually correct that habit and improve it more by seeing it on paper. So when I started in November, I had 84 greens in total, and that's obviously me starting late as well in the month. But the next month, December, was literally this month, if you can see it there. So this was literally 100. My goal for this month in December of 2021 was 150. I got 188 greens. Okay, now I can see that I passed the score, but if I can see, if I read this right here, my bottleneck in December 2021, the constraint where I was lacking in for my habits. There's still a lot of reds here. Okay, it's not perfect, but there's still a lot of reds. But where I was lacking in was reading. Okay, I'd skip so many places of reading. I wouldn't even read, barely. Meditation was decent. It could have been better. Writing was good. My skincare and shower was flawless. Okay, greens all the way through. You better take a shower and take care of yourself. Okay, my recording for YouTube videos was a lot of X's, a lot of greens, a lot of on and off. Journaling was great. Affirmations was decent. Stretching was decent. No phone in the morning was actually good. My hair care was just obviously some days weren't applicable because I'm not going to wash my hair every single day. It's different. My mindfulness was decent as well. So you can see the bottleneck. The one that I struggled with the most probably was reading here in December 21st. So obviously in the next month, let's see if I corrected that. Hopefully I did. I haven't looked at this in a while. So yeah, perfect. In the next month, I set a target of January 2022. I set the target of 280 greens. Now that's obviously a big jump. I don't know who I thought I was, but you need to set reasonable targets, okay? And I got 207 greens. So that's an improvement from the last month because last month I got 180. I'm pretty sure. Let me check again. I got 188 last month in December. January 2022, I got 207 greens. So that's an improvement. And also, if you look at reading now, if you can see that, reading is a lot more good now. Reading is actually green. There's a lot more greens in reading. Now, if I was to look at the bottleneck again here, what's stopping me, I can see that stretching. There's a lot of greens, there's a lot of reds in stretching. There's a lot of reds in affirmations. There's a lot of reds in meditation. And there's a lot of reds in out of my comfort zone. So that was just a habit that I had, was just to get myself out of my comfort zone, do something uncomfortable each day. Now that's pretty much the gist of it, okay? I'm not gonna go through every single one. Like I know that I had some good months, I had some bad months. Like that's just how it is gonna be. Once again, consistency is not gonna be linear. It's gonna be a gradual improvement. As long as I kept improving, that's all that mattered. Okay. So in 2023, that's when I started setting goals to beat the target that I had last year in 2022. So let's say March. In March 2023, I had 193. My goal was to be better in 2022. In 2022, last year, in 2022, I had 222 greens on the habit tracker. For 2023, I had 193, so I was obviously not better than what I was last year. Now, if you want to look again, the constraint was now. First of all, I had a lot of habits down. Okay, there was a lot of habits down here, and there should not be that many. If you're starting off, do not put this many habits down. I had about like a good 14 habits down. Okay, that's very overwhelming, and that's probably what happened to me right there and then as well. Because I got overwhelmed, and I was like, you know what? There's so many habits. I have to check up all these things. This is so overwhelming. I don't want to do this anymore. So I started falling off. So when you're first starting off, do not put that many habits. Now in 2024, there's a lot of changes. Okay, this is me currently right now. This is what it's been like. This is the updated version. In January, just the month before, there is no goal now. There is no number for me. Okay, I don't really believe in putting that number anymore. If you're starting off, maybe you should actually set a target for yourself each month and then aim to get that target, just so you can actually build up the habit of setting yourself a goal and going towards that goal. Okay, so that's what helped me. It kept me accountable because if I failed and I didn't reach that goal, I felt shit about myself. So when you're first starting out, I suggest setting that goal, every monthly goal, and then aiming to work towards that goal. But do not put that many fucking habits down, okay? I only have one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 habits now. Just 7. And these are the main habits that I do, okay? I don't do that much. It's just these are the main habits that I do every day that must get done. They're non negotiables. And that's simply meditating, journaling, reading, learning, like learning something new or just like researching or like obviously learning by YouTube, improving myself, improving my skills, learning whatever I need to learn. And then there's exercise, the gym, stretching, and self care, as in skin care, hair care, whatever, whatever, whatever. Okay, I don't even need to put self care here because that's just like mandatory. Okay, everybody knows that they should do a skincare routine. Everybody knows that they should take care of their hair and everything. Okay, so that's literally the main habits I have. Now, if you look at January last month, my bottleneck, I'm pretty sure you can see that my bottleneck was meditation and journaling. Everything else is actually good. Okay, stretching as well was a bit bad, but I only stretched in the gym, and I was actually doing one session per week at the time in January because I actually wanted to focus more on entrepreneurship. I wanted to actually get stuff up and running, so I was only going to the gym once a week. So it's kind of hard for me to stretch at home. I didn't want to do it, but I should have done it. So that's my own fault. This is an excuse right here. Okay, we're not perfect. All right, this is the real shit. All right, so self care, flawless. Pretty much only missed 2 days of skincare routine. Don't think that I'm not brushing my teeth or anything. Of course, I'm doing that. It's just skincare routine. That's what it is. I should probably change the skincare routine, but that's what I mean by self care. And then stretching was obviously a bottleneck. That's the constraint right there. Exercise was good, but on the days that have the NA, which means non applicable, that's the days that I was not going to the gym because I was going once per week. Learning, flawless. I learned every single day. Researching stuff, just reading, learning certain things. Reading as well was pretty good, not that bad. Missed a few days, but pretty consistent as well. Journaling was terrible. Meditation, terrible. But it's crazy that in the past, these habits for meditation and journaling were pretty good for me. I was doing well. But in the season I am right now, in the who I am right now, meditation and journaling has been falling off. So that's why I put it on the habit tracker. Any habit that you have that is falling off, put it on your habit tracker and track the habits. Because then you can actually see on paper where you're going wrong. Okay, so that's everything there done. And if you want to compare the January month to the February month, okay, today's the 8th of February. It is currently like around 2 p.m., I think. Yes, 2 p.m. So far, February is looking good, okay? If you can see that, I'll take these off. February is looking pretty good, okay? Self care, greens. It's going well. Stretching, only missed one day. It's going pretty well. Exercise, Thursdays is my rest day. That's why I don't go on. That's why it's the thing. But pretty good, flawless. Learning, flawless. Reading, missed 3 days, sorry. And it's pretty good. Journaling, see, this is meditation is good as well, but journaling is the one that I'm currently. That's the constraint for me. Is to sit down and journal. That's the habit that has been obviously. That's the habit that I can see that is not being fulfilled. Okay, I say I'm going to do it, but then it doesn't be. It's not done. So that's what the habit tracker comes in handy for. Journaling is the bottleneck. This is the constraint. So that's why it's been a lot better than last month already. But if I can consistently maintain this and actually improve my journaling every week, then obviously that's a more consistent habit. That's going to help. Same with meditation as well. If I can consistently meditate and sit down like I used to, it's not anything difficult, then obviously it's going to improve that habit and it's going to be more consistent. So that's pretty much the habit tracker, okay? You can actually follow the outline and how I done it as well. It doesn't have to be made exactly how I made it, but pretty much I just do it. But I just write habits here, habits on the left down side, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 of the months, and then I write obviously the days of the months, just the initials of the months, and then the days as well, and then obviously tick it like that. But if you want to make a different outline, if you want to design it differently, that's up to you. But that's how I just do my design. If you want to pause the video and look at how I do my design and copy it, go ahead. If you want to do it your own way, go ahead. So what's the point in all this? Okay, I spent 2 years of my time tracking my habits daily, and has it changed my life? 100% it has. Okay, I'm definitely more consistent with my habits. Some months I'm not as consistent. Some other months I'm really consistent. Okay, but I can see, and I have no excuses, but I can see where I am currently lacking, and it's up to me. It's up to you to fix that and correct that decision. That to correct that, obviously, that correct that habit. Okay, that's what I mean. Is this is why you should implement it, because you can see it and you have no excuse but to change it. Okay, if you really want to improve, you have to change it. So what's the point of it? One, the accountability, right? If you set yourself that monthly target, that's going to keep you accountable because you're going to see that. And if you fail, you're going to be like, you know what, this is shit. I said I was going to do this, so I need to do it. Okay, it's going to keep you accountable. It's going to keep you in the loop of things because you can, once again, you can see where you're lacking. The second thing is visible progress. Okay, so once again, you can see where you're progressing and you can see where you're regressing or digressing. Okay, so simple self-explanatory, you can just see your progress. Okay, and once again, man, you have no excuses but to correct your constraint. As for myself as well, I showed you my results. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect either. We're humans. We're gonna mess up. It's okay. But consistency is gradual improvement. If you can lock this habit tracker into on your wall where you can see it every day, all right, you will be consistent with your habits. You will be more consistent, all right, because it's right there in front of you. And if you put that there and you said you're going to do it and you're a man of your word, you will follow it, okay? Lastly, the third and fourth is the third one is sense of control. And the fourth one is unbreakable habits. All right, you're gonna always have a sense of control over your habits now because you're monitoring them. All right, you can see where you're failing, you can see where you're progressing. So since you're monitoring it, you have that control over yourself. And then you have the unbreakable habits. This is pretty much you having this. If you can be consistent with these habits for at least 2 weeks, it takes 2 weeks to actually develop a strong habit. If you can do that, this habit is obviously going to be solidified in your identity and who you are. So for you to miss it is going to be more difficult because you can literally do this. Even if you were to stop habit tracking, even if you were to stop, everything and not track yourself anymore, you would still do these habits because it is solidified in who you are. All right. That's the point of the habit tracker, is to make you more consistent, make you see where you're failing, make you see where you're progressing, and for you to monitor your progress. That's it for this video today, brother. I appreciate your time and I appreciate you for watching. Let me get this shit off, right? Pretty much scroll down, or hey, hit the like button, share this video around, subscribe to my channel as well if you want to see more videos from me. And as always, pay your dues.